Discipline is like a rubber band. The more disciplined you become, the more the rubber band is actually stretched, and there is more potential energy that is present in the rubber band for it to return into a state where it has the lowest potential. That is, your lazy, undisciplined self. Disciplining yourself takes effort and focus and is a sign of a strong mind. Let's take an example of being disciplined in food that you eat. If you discipline yourself to sacrifice the food that tastes good, most likely the type of food that you will eat will be really healthy for you. At the same time, because you're sacrificing the tasty food, you start to crave junk food more and more, and there's a higher tendency of you wanting to cheat. You know when you crave the slice of cake or ice cream, especially when you had a meal that was extremely healthy? Now the longer the period which you sacrifice, the higher the probability that you will cheat. The idea is to gradually stretch this rubber band of discipline at a reasonable rate so that it is easier to maintain over time and you can gradually level up each time. You cannot all of a sudden eat a diet that is extremely healthy and have a strict exercise regime. Depending on where you are, this may be an extreme shock to your body and mind that will only lead to disaster. Instead, aim to be more disciplined and become better day by day, and be honest with yourself. There are plenty of decent articles and websites out there that can guide you on what is good for your body and mind, depending on what you want to achieve in this lifetime. So start gradual and slowly move to the elite, and that growth of discipline will be sustainable and your life will surely change. This should be applied in all aspects of life. It seems that the more pleasurable things you sacrifice in life, the overall better life you will actually have. When we make short-term sacrifices, they will ultimately lead to long-term success and long-term happiness. If you look at all the hyper-successful people in the world, especially the people that changed the way the world operates and made the world a better place, they discipline themselves in one way or the other to achieve greatness. So today I actually want to share with you 5 areas in life that you should always practice discipline to make your life an amazing life and where you can also potentially change the world. Now some of these will obviously overlap and have different levels of energy or focus put into depending on the goals of the individual, but the general themes can apply to anyone. So let's get into it. Number 1. Health and fitness. I think this is self-explanatory. Having a healthy fit body is important to enjoy life. It requires you to discipline yourself to exercise and eating the right foods. Also, having a healthy emotional state of mind is important for a good life, because if you're always sad, this is actually telling the cells in your body that they must start to die. And where the mind goes, the body will follow. You can start to see fast aging and complications in health even if you do eat healthy. If your mind is not in the right place, this can definitely happen. This does not mean you will never eat junk food again. You just have to have majority of the week in a good place, and again, if you're aiming for extreme fitness, you will have to sacrifice more. The scale must just be tipped more than 50% in the right direction. I will mention that things like cigarettes and alcohol or drugs should not be part of your life, period. It can do lasting damage which you'll eventually pay the price for. Number 2. Spiritual evolvement. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience, and we must connect with that dimension of who we truly are, especially since we live in a 3-dimensional world. This also speaks to having a healthy body and mind in the previous point I made. Here, discipline yourself to take the time every single day for some sort of spiritual practice, whether it be satsang, prayer, meditation, yoga, or whatever you can do to improve the connection with Source. If your connection is strong, you will surely feel fulfilled and content in life. Encourage your family to also be disciplined here, and your family unit will definitely grow stronger and stronger each day. Number 3. Education. Education never stops even though we leave school or university. We are always learning and will always continue to learn till we die. Learning, however, requires you to dedicate time and effort to achieve whatever you want to achieve. The more knowledge we have, the more potential we have to become powerful. I say potential because having knowledge is one thing. If we can apply the knowledge we have, this can make us truly powerful. Number 4. Relationships. Whether we like it or not, our existence in this world came from relationships. So these are extremely important in our life to have good relationships for us to have a good life. We have close relationships with intimate partners and family. We have good, strong relationships with people to help our business grow, and good friends all make our life more fulfilled and joyful. However, these relationships to have also require effort for them to be good and strong. So discipline here is also required to maintain these strong relationships. Number 5. Wealth and business. Money is required to survive in this world. It can also change the world in the right hands. So it's not always the root of all evil, but it creates lasting change for the positive in your life and in the world depending on how much you make. So creating wealth in your life can certainly create positivity in your life, but it also requires discipline to make a decent amount of it, and it requires more discipline if you aim to create lasting wealth for generations to come. There are many ways to create this wealth, but ideally, we should always aim to have win-win situations to create wealth. So in summary, these are 5 areas of life that can create lasting joy and happiness in your life. Depending on what you want in life, your focus in life will vary depending on what you aim to achieve, but everyone will have a bit of each of these in their life at different times in their life. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and always, thank you for watching.